Hiya, this is not about IIH. This is a knee-jerk reaction from a TV program I've just watched about talking about porn, and it's echoing back to when I was a mum, well, an evil stepmother, and I was actually frowned upon by doing this. My child was 12 at the time, or the child I was looking after, who lived with me, and I was his evil stepmom. He was 12, and there was a porno being shown around the playgrounds called Two Girls, One Cup. Now, I have on my Facebook a video of his reaction, and I say quite blatantly, this is not. I mean, I haven't watched the video recently, but I remember saying to him and his friends, this is not normal, this is not right, this is not. No woman in their right mind would have done this. This has got to be faked. Either that or they were paid so much money. I said, this is just not real. It's not real. It's disgusting. It's not porn. This is just rank. Now, I remember feeling that maybe I was on a fine line there. But actually, now after watching that program, I realised actually I was doing exactly the right thing by sitting down in a way watching porn with my stepson and saying that ain't how it happens. That's not what me and your dad do. Um, and I remember it was quite hard for me to sort of go, do you know what? That's not what we do. That's not how it is. That's wrong. And I'm really proud that I sort of did that without being told, without having a TV program, which basically has just turned around to every parent and said, you need to sit down and talk to your child about them having a penis or a vagina, and that sex is what sex is actually about, and what, in a way, I feel most of the time I haven't had. And I do believe that actually, probably the really bad sexual experiences that I have had myself are down to the fact that the guys of my generation have watched this graphic porn that is just not. It's not right. It's so not right, and it's not the way it should be. Now, I know my channel is normally all about my illness, but I really do feel strongly about this. People, we need to wake up to our children and even our young adults. I mean, my stepson is now 16, and I didn't want to sit. I mean, I remember saying to him, do we need to have the sex chat? And he went, oh no. And when I met him, because I wasn't allowed to see him for 3 years, I met up with him. He's now 16. And I was like, have you? And he was like, yeah. And I went, oh, did you love her? And he went, yeah, I'm still with her. And I was really proud. And I said, you are wearing condoms, aren't you? You don't want another you running around. And he laughed at me, and it was fine. And I remember it's just I remember watching my first porno, and it was on a VHS. It was on a videotape, and I remember it was like some sort of soap. I don't know whether it was EastEnders or Corrie, but there was some sort of soap, and then all of a sudden there was just this porn, and it was by my next door neighbour who was 3 or 4 years younger than me, and I was 18, 17, 18. And I was absolutely shocked and thought, how the hell are they getting in those positions? And I remember my next door neighbour went, here, I'll show you, which was a different experience. But that was actually looking and seeing the porn that I've seen now on the internet compared to what I saw then. Well, it was really quite nice. I mean, some of the stuff that is on the internet now is just, uh, and yeah, I've been very confused about my sexuality because I was sexually abused when I was a teenager. I didn't really understand what sex was. I still don't get, haven't got to grips with the fact that I have a vagina and it bleeds and that's supposed to happen once a month. That still freaks me out. So much so, I'm on the pill so that I don't bleed. Whether that's me not being educated, the fact that I was abused, or what, I mean, it's something that now I'm 31, I really need to learn to deal with. But one thing at a time. So my point, what was I saying? Yeah, so I've explored my sexuality. I have been with women for the pure and simple fact that women are more tender. But you know what? I can't do the business downstairs. I'm a lesbian from the waist up. I can handle boobs, I can handle, but I just can't handle down there. And I can't on men either. So is this because as a society, in my generation, we didn't teach much of it? And my mum was in a Catholic convent school. She is very prudish when it comes to that sort of thing. I don't remember ever sitting down and having the sex chat with her. Um, I don't remember anybody sitting down with me and telling me what it was until I was at school, doing it for GCSE, and it was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? Um, and I must admit, a lot of the things that I learn, or I know now, I've learned by experimenting, and I don't necessarily think that has been productive as that well. I mean, I have had some really bad experiences. Um, now, is that because it started off bad and it's carried on? Is that because of porn? Is that because of non-education? And the fact that I wasn't educated, that you don't have to do what a man says? Because for a long time I was very much programmed, men rule, must do what a man says. Now I do not, and you can piss right off if I'm actually going to listen to any man. Normally, if a man tells me what to do, I will do the opposite just because I'm sheer stubborn. Um, I know a lot of these are my issues, but I think that there might be an element of learning from this. And I know I don't get that many hits or anything, but even if I reach one person, that's worth it. Um, I do definitely think that a massive porn filter is not going to work. And I do think that if we have a ban in the UK of porn websites, guarantee you're gonna get, I don't know, the BMP's website. They will try and say that, oh, it had some sort of pornographic content, and they'll block websites that the government will block websites they don't want seen. It's so open to be abused. I mean, some filters are so strong that they kick Facebook off. I mean, and then you've got others that will let a blogging site on that shows porn. I mean, the fact of the matter is, there is still porn on Twitter. I was shocked to find out that there was porn on Twitter. Massive amounts of it. And I'm sure if I went looking for it, there'd be porn on Facebook as well. So really, we can't tackle it by blocking it. We can't bury our heads in the sand any longer. We need to educate ourselves and work out what the hell we want and what we want our kids to understand. Thank you. And I don't know if this is just messed up. I don't know.